Niger Delta Forum, PANDEF, Peace and Reconciliation Committee has appealed for mutual respect and political stability in Rivers State, calling on all parties to prioritize the wishes of the people. The chairman of the Rivers Elders Forum, Rufus George, who made this call at a closed-door meeting on Wednesday in Port Harcourt, expressed optimism about the reconciliation efforts, stating that progress has been made in resolving the crisis. According to him, peace was achievable if all parties respected the people's mandate. ATN reports that the main focus of the meeting was on fostering unity between the two political factions in the state, Governor Siminalayi Fubara and FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. He also charged President Bola Tinubu to wade into the matter in ensuring a peaceful resolution. On her part, Niger Delta activist Ankyo Briggs applauded PANDEF's intervention, stressing that political stability in Rivers State was crucial for the entire nation. She urged the committee to prevail on the presidency to engage the minister in achieving a lasting solution. ATN reports that PANDEF delegations at the meeting included former Akwa Ibom State Governor Victor Atta, Chairman, Senator Roland Owe, Senator Emmanuel Essien, Colonel Pam Oga, Senator Stella Omu, Engineer Dagogo Jack, among others. What do you make of this development, Honorable Don? Recall that this is not the first attempt at reconciliation by PANDEF. Do you think this is going to make any headway at all?
Well, there are no sin in trying again. There are no harm in trying again. So, but I would like PANDEF not to take sides this time around. If you want to settle a quarrel, it mustn't be pre-opinion. You take the issues on the spot. It's not by thinking that this one is an injured man, he's not an injured man. We are all Rivers people. We are all Rivers people. And the better we know that we are all Rivers people, we are one people, the good for us. If we begin to pick our holes or pinch our tents from our individualistic cultures and traditions, then we don't even need to be together. So PANDEF, knowing that it's an offshoot of the, it's like an Ijaw kind of movement, you know, I want to urge them. I know there are men of eminent personalities, their fathers. I will prevail on them not to take sides. Let them address the issue square. And I will expect that they will tell the parties bluntly to their faces. Now, Ankyo Briggs also calling on the president to also intervene. Well, the discretion is for the president. I feel that the president will not be happy with the governor.
Why do you say that?
Whom, ordinarily had referred to his first intervention as political. When the father talks to you and then you go out and you begin to misinterpret it, then it means a disrespect, actually. So I do not know whether the president would buy that idea, but, well, like I said earlier, the reason for calling for this kind of peace moves may not be unconnected with the fact that the elders who sit down and see what those that are young who sits on the street cannot see, knowing that reading the handwriting on the wall wants to make sure that there is peace because of what's happening. So I will commend them, the person of the chairman, the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Victor Atta, He's a respectable man. He set the agenda and set the developmental footprint in Akwa Ibom State. He's a statesman, and till today, I've had very little about him that has to do with crisis. Here is a peace ambassador. And so, if you employ...
But then the concern would be that, the founder, I think, of PANDEF, by Edwin Clark, over time has taken a stand in Rivers State crisis.
That's the problem.
Had taken a stand, and one could recall that even after taking that stand, there was a time PANDEF had called for reconciliation, which failed woefully. In fact, after that announcement, no further feedback was given as to what has happened. And shortly on the heels of the announcement of move for reconciliation by PANDEF, by Edwin Clark also wrote another later, still taking a side. Right. Now, for reconciliation to even happen, one would say that the arbitrators should be neutral and there should be trust. Like both parties should trust that the arbitrators will have their interest at heart. Now, when you look at the position that PANDEF has taken prior, do you think that they have the capacity to bring this reconciliation at the level that the crisis is right now in Rivers State?
Well, I believe that they can, excluding Sir Edwin Clark, because from his body language statements before now and all that, I think that he has serious sympathy for one party. Of course, it's his constitutional right. But if you have to settle problem between the both parties, I think a neutral personality, the chairman of the governor of Akwa, former governor, is not the Rivers man. He's not also an enjoyment.
But the concern would be he's coming under the umbrella of PANDEF.
PANDEF is a group. It's a
that
name.
That had taken a stand before now.
It doesn't matter.
Now, let me ask you, do you see possibility of political solution or resolution in Rivers State?
Yes.
Do you see the possibility? Considering the body
Of
language
course.
of the governor and the FCT minister that have said that...
See, let me tell you,
FCT
Laurentia.
minister have said clearly that there is no room for reconciliation. He has said that.
Because?
More than once.
Because why the FCT minister says so was because there is a consistent act of disobedience.
To who?
By the governor. To court judgment, to court orders. That is it. It's not as if the FCT minister, and I must tell you, let us be very frank with ourselves. That man is a lawyer. Forget the fact that he doesn't practice. There are certain things he knows. Yes. And of course, I'm not chiding other professions, but you must give it to us. You must give it to us. Yes. So the issue is it's not that there's no why the man said so, why the FCT minister said, is because of the consistent attitude of the governor. A judgment is given, you decide. See, sin is not even the issue. Those around him, it's not a problem. It's not. Fubara is not even the issue. Those that are able to influence him, those are the problem. It's just that he's been influenced by those that that are able to influence him. And why we are calling him is because he's the governor. That is the issue. It's not that, no, of course, to every problem there's a solution. When you sin, you go to God for forgiveness. That's the solution. So there is room for solution. There is room for reconciliation. If you would acknowledge that I have sinned, and I have fallen short of my expectation, and I need to go for forgiveness. That is it. I am not orchestrating the opinion that they say, oh, the FCT minister is wanting to lord over the governor of the state. No, I don't know. But I know that it was still this same FCT minister that orchestrated and, created that blueprint and brought him to limelight. I didn't know the governor before. It was the FCT minister that also made us to campaign and work for the governor to win selection.
So you campaigned, you were part of those that
I
campaigned.
did. I spent my money, spent my time, mobilized people. Because from my own zone, obviously he was not known. At least I know Magnus Abe was known there. And if by virtue of popularity, you would have gotten it. But because we're members of one family.
All right, very well. Thank you so much, Honorable Don, for coming on Open Conversation this morning. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you. I will say parties share their sword. Rivers State is the party, the state we have. And obviously, let the soul. The Bible said the soul that sinneth shall die. But the Bible did not also say. He said those that have sinned and come for ask for forgiveness or repentance, he will be able to do that. So, let the parties that have sinned go back to ask for forgiveness and sin no more.
All right. Thank you so much. And thank you so much, our viewers. For